Imagine you're sitting across from your boss on a Friday afternoon. He's offering you a promotion, bigger title, more responsibility, salary bump that makes your chest tight in the best possible way. You say yes immediately. Of course you say yes. You drive home already spending it, not recklessly, responsibly. The house upgrade you've been putting off, a better car, a real family vacation this summer. Reasonable things, earned things. Fast forward 18 months. The promotion is real, the salary is real, but that breathing room, that finally feeling like you're ahead, never showed up. If anything, you feel more locked in than before, more to protect, more leaving the account every month, and somehow, impossibly, the same tight feeling at the end of every month. You're not imagining it. There is a specific financial pattern that hits men almost exclusively between 35 and 45, where every income increase gets silently absorbed before it can ever become freedom. Today, we're breaking down exactly how that happens and how to stop it. Before the traps, the stat that explains this completely. According to a 2023 Federal Reserve survey, approximately 37% of Americans earning $100,000 annually report living paycheck to paycheck. Over a third of six-figure earners, no margin, one unexpected expense away from real trouble. Income is not the problem. The structure built around that income is the problem. I call it the prosperity trap. The prosperity trap is what happens when rising income is met with rising fixed obligations at exactly the same rate, leaving your actual financial freedom completely unchanged regardless of how much more you earn. A treadmill that upgrades itself every time you get faster. Here's how it gets built, one completely reasonable decision at a time. Quick pause, new here, subscribe and share. We make finance actually make sense. Now back to it. 4 traps, each one disguised as something you're supposed to do. Trap 1. Locking in fixed costs before locking in security. Every raise comes with a silent question. Save it or spend it? Because the spending options look like responsible adult decisions. Bigger home, reliable car, better school district. Most men spend it. The average American household in this income bracket carries fixed monthly obligations of approximately $4,500 to $6,000 before a single investment gets made. And fixed costs are not like variable spending. You cannot decide next month to spend less on your mortgage. That number is locked legally for decades. Every upgrade to your fixed cost base raises the minimum income required just to survive, not thrive, survive. Trap 2. Confusing a low monthly payment with affordability. A $55,000 SUV financed over 72 months at 7% interest does not cost $55,000. After interest, insurance increases, maintenance, and registration, that vehicle costs closer to $95,000 in total real money out of pocket. The dealership never shows you that number. They show you $847 a month, and $847 sounds survivable. According to Experian, the average American auto loan term has stretched to 69 months, specifically engineered to make unaffordable things feel affordable by spreading the damage thin enough that you stop noticing it. Trap 3. Every obligation permanently raises your floor. Co-signing a family loan, taking on a partner's debt, committing to private school tuition. Every one comes from love and responsibility. Every one also raises your monthly financial floor, the minimum you need just to keep everything from collapsing. And financial floors almost never come back down. You can cut subscriptions, cancel everything variable, but you cannot easily unco-sign a loan, cannot withdraw a tuition commitment without destroying relationships. Men in their late 30s make more structural financial decisions than any other decade of their lives, most without calculating what they mean 10 years down the road. Trap 4. Measuring progress by income instead of options. Income grows 40% over 5 years, savings rate stays completely flat. Wealth is not income. Wealth is what remains after obligations are satisfied. If obligations grow at the same rate as income, net wealth stays exactly unchanged regardless of how impressive the salary looks. The prosperity trap does not care how much you earn. It only cares how much stays. Here's what all 4 traps cost beyond the monthly stress. $500 a month invested at 37 at a historical 8% return builds to approximately $540,000 by 65. The same $500 locked inside fixed obligations builds to exactly zero. Over 28 years, the gap between those two choices is over $500,000. Not from earning more, from choosing differently with what you already earn. 3 moves, this week, in order. 1. Calculate your real financial floor. Add up every fixed obligation, mortgage, car payments, insurance, tuition, loan commitments, everything legally owed every month regardless of circumstances. That total is your floor. If it's above 60% of your take-home income, you don't need a budget, you need a structural reduction. 2. Stop measuring financial health by income, measure it by options. Can you quit tomorrow and survive 6 months? Can you take a 20% pay cut for work you actually want? Can you handle a $10,000 emergency without debt? If the answer is no, you are not wealthy, you are highly paid and deeply trapped. Options are the only honest measure of financial health. 3. Redirect every income increase before lifestyle claims it. Every time income goes up, before the lifestyle adjusts, redirect it towards reducing a fixed obligation or building a 6-month emergency fund. Just first, not permanently. 6 months of doing this consistently is enough to fundamentally change the trajectory of your financial life in this decade. 18 months ago, you said yes to the promotion. You drove home already planning what to do with it. And most of that plan, without knowing it, fed the trap. Not because you made bad decisions, because nobody showed you the pattern before you were already inside it. The prosperity trap is not a failure of income, it's a failure of structure. And structure, unlike time, unlike compound interest, unlike the decade you can't get back, can always be rebuilt, one deliberate decision at a time, starting with the one you make this week. If this hit different, subscribe. There's a lot more where this came from. See you there.